Okay, here we go, guys. I'm gonna try to get up here real quick. I gotta take my glasses off because I can't fly with them. They're the little trifocal things or whatever, and when you're looking down you're supposed to be looking at short distances, and that sucks when you're trying to fly, so I fly without them. It hadn't been a big deal. It's not like flying in a plane where you have to read instruments and all that. So I'm gonna let you kind of see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to almost go uncut with this. I've already done a little bit of checking on the motor and stuff back at my shop before I left, so we'll see kind of what we get. As you've probably heard before, I am testing out a new microphone. I have the GoPro Hero 5. The GoPro Hero 5 has a little weird thing with it that you have to have this special little box that you get, and it's another $50. So if you're planning on doing recording in a this type of scenario, you might want to get the 4. I didn't realize that, and once I got it, I had to buy this extra. It's a mic adapter, and it's from GoPro. They're the only people you can get it from, and it's another $50. And for the most part, they're not easy to find. So now, let me first say, for those of you that watch Tucker, which probably a lot of you do, because I know I do. Tucker's been flying for 3 years. I have been flying for 20 flights. I've got about 5-6 hours of air time and about 20 flights in the air. I've got some that I've missed takeoffs. We got a little bit of a wind today. I'm gonna try to get launched out here in this. We had a gully washing rain, and this stuff is hard to run in, and looks like the wind is almost coming directly south. It said southwest, but so I'm kind of walking. I should have pulled my truck way out here, but I have pulled it out here before and gotten it stuck. This is where we're going to build. Check that out. We got a copter coming in. I don't know if you can see that. There's a guy lives out here that's got a I don't know if y'all can see that because of the sunlight, but he flies that to and from work. So anyway, I'm gonna get my wing out, and I've got my helmet on. I can do a thing on the helmet, and see what we got. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit more so you can kind of see a little bit more about what I'm doing. And you expert guys will probably go, gosh, he's doing that ugly and wrong. So the only people that need to be watching me are the people that don't know anything. All right, see here. Let me see if I can find a. Like I said, we had rain. You know, I don't know. It's just gonna be a little. It's not like sopping wet, but it is a little wet. So, and you can see that my wing is way bigger than Tucker's, because Tucker is a way better pilot than I am. Tucker's got skills. He was on their Paradigm team that Aviator PPG did, which means he can do some stuff. He's a little young boy that's got some skills and no fear. You grow into fear as you get older. You get you realize that falling hurts, because when you're young, oh, I've done it all. I did the motocross. I've done the 100-foot triples. I've busted my bahonky on stuff. Still got messed up back and everything from from that, from my younger adventurer days. I know old myself and come on here, let's see what we got. All right, so we should be somewhat lined up. I can't shoot, I'm drawing a blank. We were talking about our old racing injuries, so let me see if I can get it up, just kind of kite it a little bit. Well, it's a little bit more southwest that time. All right, a little bit. Yeah, I feel that breeze coming. Don't turn on me. Don't turn on me. Don't turn on me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Little bit of breeze. You probably can't see the wing now because let me turn my head back. Ah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on back up. Come on back up, baby. Come on. Now do what you're supposed to do. Now walk into it. All right, so looks like everything's clear. And I'm gonna say the same thing that Tucker said in the video I watched of him last night. I am by no means trying to tell you guys how to do this. That is a whole nother, and I'm gonna tell you, you think it looks easy, because these guys, Eric and Tuckers and all these guys make this sport look like you just, you know, hey, no big deal, grab the thing, get in there and go. It's a different ball game, especially when there's no wind. All people in my training class will agree with that, and or if there's a crap load of wind. But your wind, your no wind takeoffs are much more difficult to me than one with wind. Now, I'm not talking 15, 25 miles an hour winds. I'm saying, you know, 5 to 7. And I think we got about 4-ish right now. So let me walk all the way back and get my paramotor. I'll try to warm it up on the way there, and then I'll do a run up real quick and then strap in. But I have the Air Conception Nitro. If you didn't get a chance, I don't know if you got a chance to see it. I don't know if I'm gonna have too much, but this is my land where my house and shop and stuff is gonna be, and it's some family land of my wife's, and so I should easily have a, you know, takeoff and landing. I think we're gonna put a lake over here. I'm gonna have my shop back in the back, kind of the house right in that area, so might even have a landing strip for a plane, but that's a whole nother story. Another thing I noticed is, man, you can hear me breathing, and that's what happens when you get old, man. You just do anything and all of a sudden you're breathing hard. So, all right, like I said, I've got the Air Conception Nitro, and I got the floats on it. I'll do a full thing on it, you know, for those of you guys that are interested in these. But I got the floats, I got the parachute, I got the titanium frame, electric start. Only thing I didn't get was the little pump thing to start it. And so far it's been pretty good. I mean, if it's a primer. It's been pretty good. I've been able to pretty much do it without it. But all right, let me get my, oh man, where are they? Okay, I like wearing my little wind glasses. Let me turn this down where you guys can see it a little bit better. I like wearing these. Just bugs and stuff can get in your eyes, and it's nice to have those. If you know, you could get prescriptions if you want, but I just like to have something block my eyes. Your eyes are water and all that stuff if you don't. But so, like I said, I've kind of done a pre-check before I got out here, and you know, you just kind of, you want to make sure that all your stuff is good and everything. But right now, I'm gonna pull it off and get it on my back, and then get a little bit strapped in, and then I'm gonna walk with it idling to the to my wing that's out on the ground. So let me see, if I don't want to get too far down, but And hopefully I remember to get I got all this stuff going on here. All right. And I am about 220 right now. Way too heavy. About 40 pounds too heavy. Of where I would like to weigh. But, you heard Tucker talk about people starting them on the ground versus, all that. He's got some little special deal on his that I'm not familiar with because I don't know that much about all this stuff. That supposedly if it starts and runs for some amount of seconds or something, it'll shut off, or I don't know. I like I said, don't ask me. I want to say, like I say in my other videos, I guess I don't know if you can see this stuff, all these things in here. I am no expert at doing this stuff, so I take my time and try to get everything buckled in really good. And because I'm not an expert and I don't fly this every day. It'd be nice, but don't have time. You got to make some money so you can pay for all this crap by going out and working your tail off. So, where are you at? It gets hidden behind all this stuff. Where'd you go? There you are. All right. But you make sure you get all these things buckled in really, really good. And I like to try to get them just as organized as I can so I don't have any of this stuff. Ugh. All right, now I gotta reach back and get mine. This is what's the hardest part for me. Hit my oh, I can barely get it. And there you go. That is my shut off. So, all right, I'm just gonna walk out there with it right now. So I'm just gonna see if I can crank it without warming or doing a prime on it. Let's see. I know nobody's out here, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Clear prop. Might need to prime it. It's been which means I got to take it all the way back off. Come on, battery. There we go. There we go. Electric start with a good strong battery. So hopefully this microphone thing is working, and I'm gonna walk out here to my wing with it idling, and then I will do a run up, which is really loud, kind of like you're taking off, and we'll see if we can get in the air. My wing's kind of rolling over. I'm not sure where I'm at on my screen. One thing that is nice about this particular GoPro is it does have voice recognition or voice instructions, and obviously it's got wireless. You can hit it on and off and all that. I have turned it off with my voice instructions on accident. So I've thought about buying one of the little wireless deals, do an on and off thing. I may get I've got a couple of other little Chinese brand GoPros, stuff, little cheap ones, and thought about trying those out, testing them and see. Yeah, it looks like it has rolled over just a hair. Got a little bit of wind, but these things are a beast, man. The power is ridiculous. I'm gonna see if I can. It's hard to do a run up with these things. There's so much power in them. I kind of lean back and lean into the torque of it. But you can see, I'm 220 pounds. This thing will push you forward, no problem. See that? Woo! That's power. That's nitro power. All right, well, I am going to turn mine off because I have electric start and get hooked in before I start trying to get up. So you can see it, hopefully. I have to get it up maybe a little bit higher for flying, but so I kill it and then I'll get hooked in, double check my wing, just so, being a rookie, you want this thing to be perfect. You want it to come up as perfect as you can get it to come up when you're a rookie like me, because it makes your life. This will pull the nose up, or no, the center part. It'll pull it up first. All right, let me get my earphones or my headset buckled in. That blocks out a lot of the sound of the motor and all that. Hopefully you can hear me. I think you can. I was kind of somewhat testing it the other day and it sounded pretty good. So here we go. All right, everything's still clear. Like I said, you saw me kite it. It should still be good. And don't pay attention to what I'm doing. You probably can't see it anyway. This is stuff you'll learn in the class. This is a little bit more complicated sport than all these guys, Eric and John and Lorenzo and all those guys, make this sport look so easy. And I've played a bunch of them, you know, got a plane, and this is not so easy. At least not as easy sometimes as one would think. All right, so check my trims. My trims are good, about even. Everything's still good. All my stuff's there. Like I said, probably shouldn't even be saying what I'm doing right now. Keep you guessing, so you don't try to go out and do this on your own. I know there's people that have done it, but man, I can't imagine. I would kill myself. All right, check my center point. And of course, I'm at a point right now where there's absolutely no wind. It has just died to nothing. So I feel like I'm centered. Let me take 2 big steps back. Get her started. You know what? I need to tighten that up. Right there. just didn't feel right. That would have threw me off when I got up. All right. 1, 2, 3. Come on, come on. Nope. See what I mean? It got up and went sideways. And I had that one back all the way, and I pulled my left one trying to get it to come back, and I couldn't get it to come back. So hopefully it didn't get in my where are you at? Oh yeah, see, it didn't. Thought it might have got in my prop, but it didn't. It just fell off. These no wind launches, and I don't think I'm going hard enough is probably my problem. I just had a long day of work, and I'm a little tired, but more importantly, I just suck. It does help when you have somebody out here helping you get it all set up. Okay, what happened to the wing? It just went over, flipped over. That's what looked like what happened. Like I said, I really want you guys to see this thing is not quite as easy as you think it is. And I know all the people in my class will vouch for me. So, all right. You know what? I think I'm going to have to take this thing off and reset it back up. Because it just did a 180 nose down. Well, let's see if I can pull it over. I just don't want to get the strings tangled up. I'll tell you what, let's take this off. These no wind launches are a pain, and I need. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's. You got to be careful, man. I tell you what, getting your strings tangled up. Whew, you'll do that at training, but luckily you have Eric and his special technique of getting all of our lines when you first start kiting. If you start kiting in really windy conditions, you're gonna flip it over. Hell, sometimes it'll just pick you up. You'd be wishing you had a good harness on. Well, I'll tell you what, I think I'm gonna go maybe this way with it instead of going that way. It's drier. Oh, you know what? I gotta take this off. I mean, it's not any heavier than all the rest of them, but I own a cleaning company, and I was doing on the pressure washer today, and I hadn't been in a while, and believe it or not, it will kind of wear you out. All right, stay there, brother. If y'all can see that, I'm gonna turn that little thing. That just kind of makes sure it doesn't start when you start fiddling with it. Let's see. Golly, see? Just like no wind. It's perfect for in the air, but it really stinks when you're trying to get launched. So, I'm also needing to get into some dry stuff, because this is this stuff's kind of wet, a little bit on the gooey side. I'm gonna have to put some sand or something I can build up this side of the build it up, smooth it out, and but my wind that I had is now gone. And it is some work, and I've just gotten lazy and tired, I guess. You get about 3 or 4 of these things, and this is a lightweight wing. It's a B wing. It's definitely faster than the, I think it's a was it 20 Spider 26, I believe. Remember, I'm no expert. I'm just a dude. I'm a dude that is trying to learn how to fly paramotors. I know how to fly them. It's just doing it now is the hard part, especially with no wind. But I work until typically I was planning on not doing it today, but ended up having a job that took me longer. Man, I don't, golly, if I pull it up, I'm gonna start running because there's no wind. That means I'm gonna have to pull it up. Well, let's see if I can just, instead of trying to kite it, I'm gonna flatten her out. I just don't think I didn't run hard enough. I should have ran harder and it would have inflated it more. And kept it up. But when you're old and fat, sometimes that's not so easy. I say that all the time, that I gotta lose some weight, and I really mean it, but I've lost a little bit, not much. Evidently not enough for Chug Butt to, I gotta come out of this thing like a dragster. Like a dragster, baby. So now you get to see the real life of all this paramotor baloney. It is, what is it like after you leave the school? Because when you're at the school, everybody's helping you and you're all having fun and all that other good stuff. And you get your flights down, because when you come down, you can maybe go up again, but people help you do your wing and they spread your wing out for you and all that good stuff. And then you get home and you see anybody else out here? Nobody. Nobody, no wind, and a fat boy out in the woods trying to get, not in the woods, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. All right. I need to weigh mine to see what it feels like. I've picked up some of the other ones there, and they are definitely heavier than these nitros. But I need to weigh mine now with fuel, with the floats, with the reserve, all that good stuff. I'm just not sure if I'm like, I like flying down low. That's one thing I like about doing this compared to, you know, like flying a plane. As long as you got a place to land, and I'm just talking, you know, little spots. You don't have to have like a plane. You don't need a bunch of runway. You just need enough that, especially when you're good, bugs. You know, these guys, you see Tucker doing his little diving in, curving around the soccer goals, and you know, and I watch Eric and them at the school. It's like no fair. But you have to realize, if you want to fly like them, you got to fly like them. In other words, go fly 4,000 hours, or how many ever thousands of hours that Eric has flying. Not to mention flying these things, but flying planes and everything else. And maybe you can fly like Eric. So, you know, it's a different ball game when you're trying to do it all on your own. But so I just go up, cruise around, look at some stuff, and that's what's fun for me. Maybe when I get a little bit more. Problem is, when I get better, I'm going to be older and I'll be more conservative. So I just go up and cruise around, check out stuff, check back, make sure all my A's are clear. If you don't, you'll notice when you get up, your lines are messed up. Pretty much for the most part, you'll notice it pretty quickly. But you don't want to get up in the air with them messed up. If you do and it's flyable, you just go ahead and fly it out. See if you can fix it once you get up in the air. Okay, sorry about that. I'm instructing and I don't need to be doing that. Because I am not an instructor by any means. Nowhere even close. The other thing that happens is you get hot. You got this helmet on. I'm sure y'all are hearing me panting and all that. You'll have to mute it because you won't be able to hear me when I get up, because that's when everything kind of gets loud. You hear the motor until I get, where I can kind of trim it back some at cruise. Sweating, okay. All right, what we got going on here? So we're good. Clear there. And clear here. And go down. Grab my A's. And come on up. Let's see here if we can get it started. Alright, started up pretty easy. Tell you what, these no-wind launches are killing me. Let's see what we get. This is not working. I'm not getting happy here. I'm getting the unhappy pill. That's like the worst one I've ever had. I think I'm just freaking tired. Okay, see, now you guys get to see the real truth behind all this, these ridiculous guys. And I'm going to post all this stuff because I want you to know how, I don't want to say how hard it is, like you can't do it and all that, because at my school, which is Aviator PPG, I did, oh crap, it looks like it got tangled up. Oh, let's see. Maybe not. I think I missed my first like one or two on a day that was really crappy, no wind deal. One of them I freaking killed it on the takeoff. Shut it down while I was trying to take off, and that's a slick move there. But after I had those two, I believe I did like the next, I don't know, 16 in a row. Even no winds, no instruction. I think I had 3 or 4 absolutely, on your own flights. Those are like my 15th, 16th, 17th, something like that. I'm gonna have to undo the thing on here, let some air in my ears. My 15th, 16th flight, I believe, 17th maybe, was completely all on my own. And it wasn't very, it wasn't very windy. It just, I guess you're in the groove. You're trying to get your launches every day, and what little bit of wind you have is nice. You get a little bit of that breeze in Florida. And so I nailed them. And I was like, okay, this is cool. No problem. I'm going to go back to Memphis and knock this stuff out. Well, problem is, I tried 2 flights with no wind a while back, and I don't know if you guys want to keep this whole thing posted, but this is the truth behind this powered paramotoring stuff, from somebody who's not a industry guy, so somebody who is not an expert at it, just trying to learn. But man, knocked it out, no problem. And came back here. I tried 2 flights in no wind conditions, and couldn't get it to get up. The next day, it was like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was like 2 days later or something. We had about 7 miles an hour wind. Man, popped up, no problem, flew around. Of course, if you haven't seen that video, you'll have to watch it, because that's the one where it's a little on the cold side. And I think I was kind of squeezing my hands in, and I hit the kill switch on the riser and killed it over some trees. And realized real quickly, and you'll hear me if you listen closely, you'll hear me say, oh shit, isn't it? Real quickly, and realize, okay, I got to get it started again. And so first attempt was hit the starter, and that's when I realized what I did, because that was really like the first flight since I had, gotten it back. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm kind of getting closer than I want to be, because you can run with this thing a lot longer than you think you'll run with this thing. Keep these nice and tight, even if you're just moving your wing across the field. But like I said, and the reason it kind of looked like I was getting ready to fly again, but what I'm doing with it is I'm getting the wing so when you pull the risers up, it kind of comes up right. You'll see it if you got to go to your training. I mean, don't ever take any of my videos, especially, and try to go do this stuff on your own, because you will surely kill yourself. But what I'm trying to do, and I can walk way out here. Some areas get a little muddier than others. I need to get my dadgum four-wheeler and stuff out here. Bring one of the Jeeps out here so I don't have to walk so far. Get a mule. See, it gets funky over here. It's a little, you can't tell it, but it gets a little soppy. Is that a word, soppy? But it does give you more room. I got plenty of room. Room is not the issue, but it does get little muddy, and and you trip over stumps like that. And with no wind, like I said, no matter what you do, it's a little muddy there. It doesn't matter what. It's just, I'm just gonna sit it out. I'm gonna give her one more shot. And I guess I'm gonna have to run my yankers off this time. See if I can get it to come up. I am, like I said, no excuses, but my shoulders are tired from my work today. If you've never pressure washed stuff with a professional pressure washer, then you don't understand what I'm talking about. Not one of them little box store junky 2500 psi ones. I'm talking about at least, at a minimum, 4,000 psi, 4 gallons per minute. That's kind of the beginning of your, what I call your professional pressure washer rigs. Kind of like in this business, or in this deal, you know. You can get smaller, cheaper ones, but at some point, you're gonna have to spend some money to get your setup. I hate to say, well, you get your setup that works, because y'all are sitting here watching me fail one after the other. But it's my fault. I know it is. We just have in the mornings, it's like March, what is it, 9th today, 7th, something like that. In the mornings, it is, like this morning, I think it was 30 something degrees, 36 degrees, 32 degrees or whatever. And I'm not going to go fly in 30 something degree weather. Not yet. And it was 2 miles an hour winds based off just one of my things that I look at. It's like 2 miles an hour. And 30 something degrees, you got to have a big old jacket on, and you got to have a windbreaker, because when you get up in the air, you don't realize, some of you guys that maybe don't paramotor, that maybe ride motorcycles, you know what it feels like. You get up 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. You're dropping the temperature 20, 30, 40, 50 degrees. It will get for reason. And that's a little bit more than I'm interested in doing right now, because all of my really warm clothes are kind of put up. Okay, man, I'm gonna start bringing a chair out here, bring my truck out closer so I can rest. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow, I can already tell. Let me see if my GoPro is working. Is it working? We are at 49 minutes and battery. Wow, you see me looking like an old person. I'm looking at my deal. Actually, because my battery's getting low, I'm gonna shut it down, and then I'll start it right before I get ready to get going, so I don't run out my battery. So you can listen to what I do. GoPro, stop recording. Oh crud, I didn't. Okay. Yep, I gotta get the sugar shack. I didn't turn on the little switch that is so hard to get to. Oh, there we go. So much to remember. So much to remember. Yep, turn off the little ignition switch so it doesn't start up on you when you're not expecting it. But you do need to get it started up when you are expecting it. Yeah. All right, so here we are, and you hopefully are still recording. That's all I can say. All right. Definitely be a short one if I can get up. Alright, let's see. I've been pulling it over that way for some reason. We'll give it one more shot. You're not gonna believe this. I hit the damn, don't go over me. Rookie mistake. I should have killed it. I mean, stopped it. Shit. God dang it. That's what you don't do. It's getting freaking worse. That's enough to piss you off. Came up good and hit the damn kill switch. Oh, I tell you what. And then when I killed it, I could have started it again and taken off. But what I do, I stopped. In my own stupidity, I stopped and then I let the wing overfly me and it probably got tangled up. Shit. Once again, rookie mistake. Don't be a rookie. You know, it didn't get in my prop, but the lines probably got tangled up. And I had it up, ready to go, getting ready to go, and in the process of squeezing the throttle, I came down on the kill switch. Absolute stupidity. Is that a word? Stupidity? Oh my gosh. Stupidity. That is your example of stupidity. Let me see if I can. That was like mistake after mistake after mistake. Now it looks like I might not have gotten the risers tangled up. My goodness, how idiotic can somebody be? Well, if you know me, I'm good at that. Because I did one heck of a job of being stupid on that one. Oh my gosh. Had it up, getting ready to take off. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it, but I do it that way to turn the wing over when I'm by myself, because it's the way it came down. Could be totally doing something absolutely you're not supposed to do, but you'll see. I'm sure Eric will let me know. Oh God, I couldn't do anything more stupid than I just did anyway. So let me get this mic away from my mouth. I'm sure I'm breathing in your face. If you're listening to this video at night, it'll be like that. What's that commercial where that person's going, "You can do that for me? You can do that for me?" And they hear me breathing in the microphone. They're going to be thinking you're doing something you're supposed to be doing. But yep, that was about as idiotic as you can get. Not only idiotic as you can get, but then the stupidity never ended, because I then, instead of starting it right back up when the wing was up, I possibly could have done that. You start pulling your brakes together and all that, you know, everything gets all kind of out of wacky. But I at least could have tried it. It wouldn't have been any worse than what I did. And then, out of my stupidity and frustration, I just sat there, because the wing was flying so beautifully. I let it overfly me and almost got everything all tangled up. Evidently I turned just in time. Just in time. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get up now. The battery's probably dead anyway. Oh man, this is. I might have to wait till tomorrow. I think we got. Of course, I've got some work to do tomorrow, and I would surely like to come fly for 10 minutes or so for in the morning. So let's see here. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to, and there's no wind, so I can't kite it and try to turn it. Which, if we had wind, that's probably what I'd try to do. I'd pull it up and turn it in the wind. But we have none. And but you can see what I did there. Does it make sense? Is that what you're supposed to do? I have no idea. But when the wing is like that, I don't know, common sense tells me that's the easiest thing to do. And I said no wind, but I can't fly into that. What wind we did have was coming out of the south. I don't know if I can get just a little bitty short one out. One of these trenches out here where I don't know if this is where I got my truck stuck or not. Got it stuck twice. Because I'm that good. That's how good I am. Well, okay, see, you're getting to see the true blue stupidity of a newbie on the Paramotor. And hopefully someday I'll be able to go, yep, been there, done that. I did all the mistakes. That's what I tell my guys that work for me. I said, trust me, everything I tell you, when I tell you that I've done it, or when I'm trying to give you directions on how to do everything, you know how I know? Because I made that mistake. I've made every one. Ugh, now my feet are I think I can feel my socks getting wet. I wonder if I can pull it out of this trench. Thought I heard a plane, not the jet, like a light sport somewhere. But anyway, it's probably like a weed eater or something. All right, well, boy, this one is a little bit of a cluster. It should be all okay. It's always nice to be able to kite it, but man, right now I'm gonna have to take off running. Can't see that purple line. I will have to take off running just to kite it. And that's more running I don't want to do. I think I could go up and do a circle around the block. Golly, I can't believe I did that. Alright, let's check this camera out one more time. See if you've died yet. No, not yet. So I think we're at like a 50-minute video. We are recording, right? Yes, we are recording. You can see my sweat. I did get my hair cut. Last time I did a video, I had long hair. I had to go to a funeral. My best friend passed away. And long time best friend passed away, and I had to go to his funeral. I had to look somewhat respectable. I hadn't seen his mom in, gosh, I don't know how long. Probably 20 years. And if I showed up the way that I used to look, she wouldn't recognize me. She's never seen me with hair longer than probably what I got right now. So, we're going to give this one more shot. And if this doesn't work, we're going to rest. Because I also need some food. I had a smoothie this morning, trying to smooth out some of my fat. So I just had a little smoothie. And I think I burned all that off doing my pressure washing for 7 hours today. All right, let's see if we got it. I'm gonna have to watch these trenches here. This will officially be the last attempt of the day. Let's hope it works. That last one would have worked if I wasn't such a goober head. Because that was a complete just bonehead move. Bonehead. Anybody ever been called a bonehead before? Alright. For lack of a better word, I think he starts praying for some light winds. Okay. Everything's still good. All my lines are good. All that stuff is good. None of it's changed because I haven't done anything other than make myself look like a bonehead. Gotta get away from that. I just squeezed like that. I saw myself kill it with my thumb on it. You probably, I don't know if you saw that or not. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, I'm standing in a trench. Let's check my center point here. Maybe it'll get me out of this trash here. Alright, that feels like I'm centered pretty good. Ooh, it kind of feels good when you get that thing started because it starts sucking some of the wind. Oh, I'm getting worn out. I hadn't done a run up, but I've had it running, so it should be warmed up. Okay. Alright, this is going to be the last shot here. Try to get this all set up right. Like I said, it's a lot harder than you think it is. I'm out of energy. I am just freaking out of energy. I don't have enough to pull it up. Hate to say I need to go eat, but I had a smoothie this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's it. What I am going to be working on is getting a camera out to the side so you guys can see me being a bonehead from the other position. And you know what'll happen? Come on, really? You're gonna get hung up. What'll happen when I start getting the camera on the outside so you can see what I'm doing? Guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna start flying. That's what's going to happen. It is going to go up in the air. Oh, I got to get my other camera set out here so you can watch me be a bonehead enough times that maybe I'll get up in the air. But I just don't think I'm running hard enough and possibly releasing the A's too early. I don't know. I mean, it's getting up. I just may not be all the way up, and I'm releasing my A's, and it's kind of sagging back in a no-win situation, which is shucky. So I'm gonna get that back out of your ear, because I'm assuming you're hearing it. Because I listened to one of my bonehead things the other day where I didn't get up. And it sounded like you could hear me through the microphone. So this is going to be my third test of literally, let's see, one, two, it was either 2 or 3, this one was 4 bonehead takeoffs in no wind. But that's kind of bonehead me. I just keep trying, you know, instead of trying to find a time where there is a little bit of wind, which was when I was coming out here. It was like 4 or 5-ish, which would have been perfect. But, oh God, bugs. By the time I got out here, it had died down. And that's when you wish you were already in the air. So, let me get out of this thing. Tucker's got his little deal on the back of his. Mine is on my truck, which this particular truck is my F-250, and it's raised up, so it's a pain in the yanger to get it up there. And I could put a thing on the back like Tucker does, but only problem with that, I'm gonna go ahead and kill. Nope, there. I guess I already did kill it. Too busy talking to you guys. One of those things right there. You see that? But he's got the little, it's like a cargo carrier. That's what that is. And, but I use my truck for too much stuff with the trailer hitch. So, I tell you what, guys, our camera's probably about dead, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short. We're going to get eaten up by all these bugs. They're not mosquitoes, they're just bugs. So, we are going to sign out. This is a long video, like 40 minutes on the first one. But, you want to hear how I sign out, like I did? Actually, you won't hear it on the first one, but you'll hear it on this one. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.